Okay. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming here. This is the Recreation and Parks Committee meeting. Going to take roll here. Alderman Tobin. Here. Alderwoman Ray. Here. Alderman Kleiner.
Here.
Alderman Massey.
Here.
And myself. That is 5. We have a quorum. Just one item today. We're going to have our now annual update from the Recreation and Parks Department. Superintendent Berthoff, can you please come up and introduce your team?
Absolutely. I am Raylan Berthoff, Superintendent of the Recreation Department. We have Nicole, the assistant to the superintendent, and we have Salinas Rodriguez, our program coordinator. Come on up, guys. And not here tonight is the senior account clerk, Kelly Ocasio. We are a strong woman team of 4 over there, and we hold it down. The mayor asked me not to say this, but he did say that we are his favorite department. Not
true. Is Jacob here? No.
I love that we can do this every year, just to give you guys an update and a recap of our 2024. We do submit an annual report every year, but I feel it's definitely not enough information in there, and just us verbally saying and giving information is, I think, way better. So Kevin, thank you for allowing us to do this. I'll start with our core staff. That we have a bunch of workers that work year-round for us for several programs, and as they get to the programs, they will let you know which one of these wonderful people are overseeing the programs. So we have Sharon, who happens to be my mom, Sasha, who happens to be my sister. She raised some really hard workers, so I can't turn them down. Izzy, Paco, Randy, Scott, Isaac, Nick, Evelyn and Jess, Antoinette, Olivia, Adriel, Darylyn, Josh, Nichelle, and Fiona. Our Parks Department is run by John Bianchi, who's the Deputy Commissioner of Parks Department, and Matt Leibolt, who is the working supervisor. We have 9 employees underneath them: Brian Sisko, Hector Mapes, Michael Bianchi Jr., Brendan Bierstow, Stephen Rathbun, Derek Vega, Brian Ogden, Jason Silvernail, and Jeff Lunham. We are fortunate to have all these employees. They are well needed with all the expansions and more areas that our guys have to work on, and they do an incredible job. They are always a phone call away when we need them constantly throughout the days to help us set up programs, help us set up special events, and clean this area, set up this area. So they do an amazing job. Our rec commission, we meet once a month. Our chairman is Daniel Higbee, who runs Mid-City Transit. He's everyone knows Dan. He does an amazing job, and he is a valuable asset to the city of Middletown and all that he does, and the donations and his involvement within the community. Norris Gibson, who is the program coordinator of Middletown Housing Authority, so he oversees Summit Field and David Moore Heights. He has been an incredible asset to us. He has that text message that goes out to all the residents, and when we do new programs, he's able to send that out to them right away. So he's an incredible asset to have on our commission. JC Galdamez, who her kids grew up going to our programs. Her kids still attend our programs. She's on PTOs, heads of scout leaders, and very involved with her kids and all their programs that they're involved in. Shauna Strenfeld, Middletown native, very involved parent, very involved in the community, so she's another great asset to have on the Recreation Commission. We will be looking for another new member. We just had Dr. Lynette Williams, who lives on Wisner, who just resigned from the City of Middletown School District to take another job in another district. She was a great asset to have, who was in the district, able to give us insight of what's going on in the school district and also share our information. So she will be missed. She's still going to be there to help out and advice and share information, but we do have to replace her on the Rec Commission. These are our main revenue accounts that we have. We expected, as you can see, what was adopted in 2024 as compared to what we received. We did fall a little under in pool charges. Sproat Street was up from last year, a few $100s. War Memorial Pool was actually a little lower this summer, which we were surprised by, but it's hit and miss. You never know what the community. We were actually surprised I was surprised when we put the actual revenue received in for the year that it wasn't higher just with our numbers, and also with the fee increase as well. Our day camp fees did fall short this year. Little People Playtime, $21,000, and Sports Camp, $97,000. Our special programs, I'll get into that in further slides, breaking down every single program we offer. You'll be able to see what every single program brings in. Our pavilion and facility fees, that was up from what we expected, so that's always a plus, and it is less $345. That amount is less $345 from refunds that we did have to give for pavilion use rentals. Gifts and donations, Middletown Little League made their annual donation of $3,500 to help go towards clay and new dirt for the infields. And the Kiwanis Club donated $600 towards the tree as well. We did have $1,330 in camp scholarship donations for this year. And total left to spend is around $20,000 in camp scholarships. Orange County Youth Bureau grants, it's always an estimate on what we're going to get. We are hoping for $58,000, but unfortunately we only got $37,510, and later on in the presentation you'll see a breakdown of what programs got what money. And thus far we've only had $19,000 received, but we still have 2 quarters left to claim and get that money in. So this is a special programs revenue breakdown. So boxing, thus far, we still don't have November and December's revenue yet. But see, boxing has bring in $9,000. Little Wreckers program, $12,500. Crafting, martial arts, cheerleading, soccer, crochet, and winter break program. Our tennis program, ice skating fees. Ice skating is kind of like the pools. It's an amazing program that we offer on a smaller scale than the pools, but it will never pay for what it costs to actually run it and have that amenity for the city residents. But we do charge a fee, but again, it will never cover that actual cost for it, but it's an amenity that a lot of towns don't have, and we are truly blessed and thankful that we have that to offer to the community, especially with the ice skating rink as another winter activity for the community to offer. So that number is low for the amount of use that it gets, but like tonight's our opening night over there, and it's just we can't not have it even though the money's low because the community loves it and the kids love it. Our baby ASL program, Parents Night Out, that was kind of, we thought it'd be a great thing, but I guess the parents wanted to stay home with their kids. Spring break program, swim lessons. Pickleball has really taken off this year. A lot of learning clinics that we're offering and how to play, which the adults are very thankful for. We're seeing that they register one time, they learn how to play, they love it, and they're repeats, and they come back every single session. It's pretty much been closing out every time that we offer it. The registration fills up immediately. Our volleyball, we have adult volleyball and youth volleyball clinics, so that's what that one is. Music classes, again, I've spoken before at council meetings how we're trying to expand our offerings, not just sports and not just for kids, and do adult classes. So music is another one of those expansions that not every kid is into sports. That wasn't me as a kid. I had no music or art capability, so I was all sports, but all kids aren't like me. So the music is something that's definitely taking off. That was one of the clinic programs that we offered, but now we're doing free programming for the little ones, from 1 to 4 for the music programs. Life skills classes, another program we thought would take off. We've noticed that our youth need some basic life skills. So we tried to offer this program to them on like financial literacy and how to balance a checkbook and everyday things to how do you use your microwave? How can you make a sandwich? How can you sustain life for yourself? And just little life skills that we kind of take for granted and assume that all kids know. So we kind of thought that would take off, but that one didn't as well. Bookmobile, that's a donation from the school district who helps fund the Bookmobile every year. Basketball clinics is another program. If we have the right coaches and we offer it, that program always is going to bring in revenue. Fishing derby, that's a donation from the Lions Club. The Radio City bus trip, that amount, not including November and December, so that is definitely going to go up because we did have the last minute payments for November for that. Vendor fees, that was when we did a fall and winter festival, or fall and summer festival, and we were allowing to, starting to open it up to vendors. We were getting a lot of, everyone's asking, because when they see all the special events that we do, and we had vendors that wanted to come and sell things, and we offered it, and we thought people would sign up, and they really didn't sign up. So this year we really didn't. For our future events, we're not really going to do vendors because we put in all the work for it, and they're not signing up. Daryl and fitness class, we do it with your children and also just adults alone. And 2024 projects, we had the lights installed at Wolfslayer Field, the turf tank field liner, which is incredible, definitely saves on manpower and the cost of paint using that turf tank robot that lines the fields. The pavilion at Wolfslayer Field, expanding the parking lot at Wolfslayer Field, new bleachers and benches were installed, new soccer goals at Wolfslayer Field, bike trails at the reservoir, cleaned up Thorell Park. We had a meeting with the PD and making it more visible from the streets so that all the trees got trimmed up, bushes got trimmed. New roof at Maple Hill Pool, and the whole building was painted. Prep work for the splash pad and the storage shed for Wolfslayer Field. 2025 projects to look forward to coming up. We do have the money for the handball court, but we did hold off on putting that in because where we're looking to put it, when we do get the splash pad, there's going to be a lot of construction going on right there, and we don't want to have vehicles driving over that and that get kind of messed up or ruined right away. So that project is on hold, waiting for a completion of the splash pad before we get moving with that. Splash pad, the Amsher Park bathroom, we are gonna get the shed and start that this winter, but that won't be completed till next year. We're also gonna have the grand opening of the mountain bike trails once we get it all signs and labeled and of where they're at. And next year, the scorers booth to go on top of the shed at Wolfslayer Field. And then Nicole and Salinas will take over from here with special events and information about all the programs that we offer.
Good evening, everybody. As Raylan said, my name is Nicole Sarakis, and I am the Assistant Superintendent for the Recreation and Parks Department. And I have here Salinas Rodriguez, who is our Program Coordinator. So you'll see a bunch of pictures on the screen. Salinas and I will go back and forth to explain a little bit about how we make these programs possible and the collaborations that we do to encourage not only families to come out, but individuals to come out, and businesses, organizations, not-for-profits to come and invest in providing opportunities for our community. Last February, we started off with our Winter Festival. That was a collaboration between the Middletown Lions Club and the Middletown Police Department. We had our St. Patrick's Party, which was an event that we host with the Maple Hill Dog Park community. You'll see as we go through the year, there's multiple events held at the dog park. Without Rick Ellis and Art Schouten, who definitely head these programs, it wouldn't be possible. They put in countless hours there, volunteering, and making sure that everything is fit for families and their pets. The Hippity Hop Egg Hunt was offered for 2 age groups. We graciously had Middletown PD there to help us with that. And we had the pinata making class in May, which was done with bid businesses, as well as community development.
Hello. We also have the Middletown Mayor's Youth Council that we visited Albany back in February. I co-lead with Richard McCormick, the city clerk. We have a new vision this year. We want to focus more on our own community and community leaders, focusing here in the city of Middletown. We also had the March Madness basketball game. It was Youth Against Law Enforcement. We had a collaboration with the Middletown Police Department, the Sheriff's Department, the Middletown City School District, and Mitch Williams, who helped coordinate and gather all the teams together.
All right, as we head into spring, the Recreation Department participated in the City Pride Cleanup, which was led by our city clerk, Rick McCormick. This involved multiple city departments, organizations, school clubs, teams, not-for-profits, and businesses, which was great to see so many people come down to make sure we have pride in our city. We have our summer movie nights, which was hosted with the Bid District and the Community Development. We also want to give a shout out to First Federal Savings Bank. They did sponsor one of our films this past summer, which is a great opportunity for, again, families and individuals to come down right at Erie Way Park here and enjoy a film. We usually had a snack that was provided from the enlarged city school district of Middletown Food Services, and they were all very heavily attended. We had Kids Celebration Day that we participated in hosted by the City of Middletown Police Department. We had Summer Story Time, which was held specifically at Davidge Park. This was a new program, a new pop-up program that we had. This was held with Strawberry Fields Ice Cream, which is a new business. If you haven't been, it's right over, right by the Turfler Field up at Davidge Park. Netta Macri, she was very gracious this summer, and she came out. She provided ice cream in the parks for the kids. The kids got to do a craft as well as hear a story from one of our Storytime leaders.
We also had the Fishing Derby, which was co-sponsored by the Lions Club. They've been doing it for decades.
And we also participated in Night Out Against Crime, Middletown PD's annual event. Coming into September, we had the Back to School Summer Barbecue, which is a collaborative event hosted between the City of Middletown, the Middletown School District, Middletown Youth Sports, and a number of different other organizations. This event is very, very heavily attended. It's held in the back of Davidge. We utilize the entire park space. So both of the large pavilions in the back, the horse rings are utilized, the trails are utilized. We utilize the Lions Shelter over on the opposite side of the pool. The enlarged city school district sets up a sensory tent for youth who may not be able to handle the commotion and the little bit of chaos that comes with such a large group. So we're so gracious to them and grateful that they are able to join in with us. We have free face painting that we host over in the small shelter and multiple games that are situated again throughout the park. We have the pumpkin party in the park, which again is possible by having multiple different agencies working together. This too is held in the back of Davidge Park. We have free pumpkin picking. We set up a whole pumpkin patch down on the bottom. We also have our parks crew generously coming, and they have a pumpkin patch ride, and it's a really great experience that we're able to offer for free. Everything is free for both kids and families. We have the Halloween party, which again is made possible by the Maple Hill Dog Park community. We have our theme nights at the ice skating rink. Those are held every Saturday in January. The Radio City bus trip, which we all just attended on Sunday. This year we were able to jump from not only having one bus attend the trip, but we were able to bring 2 full buses full of community members. This was organized by our senior clerk, Kelly Ocasio. All the kids and families were able to get a goodie bag to take. They had free time to attend to whatever they wished to in the city, and then we all met up at the show. We also had this past summer, we had our skate contest. This was held right here at Erie Way Park, Skate Park. Again, very heavily attended. And lastly, as we get into December, we have our tree lighting event that we participated in just a few short weekends ago. We believe that we have the best float, if anybody doesn't agree, but we do. We have our letters to Santa. Just a reminder, we do have those, the mailbox is out. It is in John F. Degnan Square. Children are invited to write a letter to Santa. They will receive a handwritten note back. They just have to put it in there, make sure that there's an envelope with their address on it so we can ensure it does get back to them. If you are looking for a little event, we do have a Santa workshop writing class tomorrow night. Registration is still open. It's on the site. It's from 5 to 6 p.m. We'll have a little bit of a snack. We'll do a little craft, and then we do have staff set up to help the kids write their letters. They can ask questions. It doesn't necessarily have to be just a list. They can ask Santa who his favorite reindeer is or his favorite activity, all those kinds of things, and to encourage, communication between our staff as well as the youth in our community. Coming up on December 22nd, we will have our showing with the Paramount Theater. This, again, is a collaboration between the city, the BID, and the Paramount Theater to show How the Grinch Stole Christmas. We like to offer these different kind of holiday movies, and we put a little bit of a twist on it. We like to add a little something special, a little magic for the holiday. Also, just to shout out, obviously we have so much more, and I do have a few more that I just want to make sure everyone knows. We do have our Santa Paws event this upcoming Saturday on the 7th from 12 to 2 at the Maple Hill Dog Park. We have our candy cane hunt at 11:45 on December 14th. We are accepting candy cane donations, so if you ever want to drop them off at the rec department during our regular operating hours. The candy cane hunt, it's essentially an Easter egg hunt, but with candy canes. It's a lot of fun. We play music. It's just a lot of fun. Following that, we have our Quick Stop Santa Spot. That is also going to be on the 14th from 12 to 2 p.m. That will be at the ice skating rink during our regular operating hours. And our Cops and Cocoa event with Middletown PD, which will be on January 9th at the ice skating rink.
Okay, here, we're in the nitty-gritty here. Let's start off with martial arts. It's run by Sensei Izzy. He has decades of experience, and he is one of the few rec specialists that don't require an assistant. We have cheer clinics run by rec specialist Jessica Rodriguez, and also rec leaders who are also JV and varsity cheerleaders at the Middletown High School. We have indoor and outdoor soccer. Indoor soccer is run by the newlyweds, Fiona and Adrielle. And our outdoor soccer is run by Coach Wanzer, who has coached for over 50 years. We like to call her the GOAT. We have youth basketball run by Coach Oren Bakati, who has many years of coaching youth basketball. We also have our Youth Open Gym, who are partially funded by the Orange County Youth Bureau. We received $25,000 from them this year. We run the Youth Open Gym, Teen Open Gym, Youth Free Skate at the skating rink. And that's what I got.
We have our baby sign language class. As Raylan said, this was a new program this year. It was led by Melissa Leppert. She has gone back to work full-time, so it is something we're looking to expand on. So if anyone from that community is interested in coming and doing an ASL course with us at the rec department, please contact us. 845-346-4180. We'd love to discuss different programming opportunities to, again, start that again and expand on that topic. We have our Youth Boxing Young Warriors program. This is a Youth Bureau funded program. For 2024, we had asked for $12,510. We were actually given $15,600 because the program is so heavily attended and very popular amongst our community. This program is held Monday through Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. It is led by both Coach Paco and Coach Randy, who have multitude years of experience, and we are looking to always expand that program as well. Next, we have our Youth Craft Nights. This is, again, another program that has expanded during the 2024 year. We offer a one-time class per month. This is led by Antoinette Eason. Newly in 2024, we have started 6-week classes. As Raylan said, not every child is into sports, so definitely expanding those programs. This is led by Isabel Galacho, an art education major in college, as well as Middletown High School junior Olivia Grogan. They do a fantastic job. They are year-round, so the program is rolling admissions, basically, so every 6 weeks you can pretty much guarantee we're going to be offering that. We have our crochet clinic, which is led by recreation specialist Lou Lorick and high school senior Nichelle Irizarry. This program is a little bit different because it crosses the line for both youth and adult. That program registration begins at 9 years old. You do not need experience. We have the supplies, we have everything that you should need. A lot of chit-chatting goes on during it too. We put music on, so it's really a program that's grown. We have our music class for littles. This is led by a local musician, Jeremy Torres, who has gone through the recreation department's programs as both a youth, and then he worked our Little People Playtime program, and now he's back to give back to our community in an amazing way, letting children explore different elements of music. As well as on here, you'll see we have our lifeguarding classes. Our lifeguards work tirelessly all summer. I can promise you the hours are long, but our staff is truly fantastic. The pools this year were open from July 1st to the 25th, from 12 to 6 p.m. daily for public swim. We also offered a free swim and a senior swim program on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We also had our sports camp there during Monday through Thursday during the day. Our Davidge Park management team was led by Olivia Mendoza and Madison Drayton. Our Sprout Street team was led by Jaden Greenaway Bob and Juliana Inglero.
Okay, we had youth volleyball coached by Eddie Olivares, who has many years of volleyball experience. We also offered adult pickleball. It's been a growing sport. Nick Campos runs the program, is very knowledgeable and patient with our first-time participants. We also offered softball clinics this year, which were partially funded by the Orange County Youth Bureau. Clinic was instructed by Middletown High School alumni. We had a Baby and Me Fitness. First time having this program, was instructed by Coach Darylin. We had a combination of infants and toddlers who worked out with their caregivers. We had the spring break camp, and we also had a winter break camp. It's a mini version of our sports camp.
We had swim lessons that were led by Danielle McAvenny. Our Little Wreckers program is a 2.5 to 3.5 toddler program that we run in collaboration with our music class on Tuesday, and as well as our story time class on Thursday. This is another part of expanding that early education and providing different opportunities for youth that typically weren't servicing before. The Middletown Ice Skating Rink, again, opens up this upcoming Friday to the public. It'll be open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You can find this schedule on our Facebook or social media websites. This management team is led by Sasha Berthoff and Jessica Rodriguez.
Just quickly, our last few programs, we have our Little People Playtime Camp over the summer. We have our Middletown Summer Sports Camp that we, luckily enough, every summer the school district tries to find a school building for us to be in, so we're very thankful for that. And we have our playground program that will be revamped. We can get into further details at a later meeting on our new vision for the playground program. And that is it. But lastly, I'd like to thank the council for all your support always throughout the year. There's not many times that we're told no. So we're truly thankful that you guys support us constantly and roll with our new ideas and new ventures that we'd like to undertake. So thank you. And then quickly, are there any questions for
Yeah,
us?
yeah, thank you very much. That was just a terrific job, ladies. Thank you so much. We're going to just go around very quickly, and if anyone has any questions or comments. Ms. Ray?
You are spectacular, and there is a million things for our youth to do in town. Thank you.
Dr. Johnson?
Thank you. Coach Wanzer, kudos. My goodness. That
Still going strong.
That is iconic. With respect to what you talked about, there's a saying that says programs either get, or businesses either get better or worse. They can't stay the same. And you ladies alliterated several things where you said, we thought it would be a good idea. We put it out there. Didn't turn out to be so much. That is to me, that is a sign of commendable growth. Try it out. Didn't work? Go on to something else. So thank you for always trying to think about other things to do.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate that.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Mr. Tobin?
Yeah, just big thank you. I mean, I'm amazed by, I didn't know we didn't, I thought we did half of what we did. The amount of program we have for our kids and our youth is incredible. It makes Middletown so family friendly. I mean, I think we have over 20 parks. I mean, there's green space within walking distance of almost every place in the city. And so it's a great place to raise a family, I think, because of that, and your hard work at the rec department. And I think that's why we have a bike store, now we have a running store. This is a healthy community, so that's all, the great work you guys are doing. And to piggyback on what Dr. Johnson said, I'm glad you're taking chances and trying things. If they work, they don't work, but, we're trying to offer, new opportunities for our youth, and that's commendable. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Massey?
I want to thank you. You guys did a tremendous job. I can't believe how much work you do during the year, but you gave out an awful lot of information very quickly. One thing, is there a telephone number that people can call if they want to get additional information? If you'll announce that, and hopefully people who have been watching it may have missed it. I know you gave it out once before, but this way, now at the end of the presentation, maybe to write it down and contact
Absolutely.
you.
Our office number is 845-346-4180. And we also highly recommend with the social media days to follow our Facebook and Instagram and TikTok accounts. It's constantly changing and our program is constantly updating. So definitely follow those social media sites as well.
Mr. Green?
Thank you. It doesn't get much better than that. I'm pretty sure you guys could have kept going for another half hour and still be talking. There's just so much. If you can come up with more dog puns for holidays and events, that'd be awesome. But I know there's so much more to come, and 2025 is only going to be so much better. But I really am just so excited to be able to support you from this seat and to have my children grow up in such a city where so much is available for them. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mr. Kleiner?
Yeah, thank you to the whole department. Doing an unbelievable job. And when I think we used to hear at some meetings, oh, but there's nothing for kids to do. There's nothing for people to do. Oh, my goodness, there's so much, and even pickleball now. So thank you.
Yes.
President Rodriguez?
So I'm going to date myself. In 1990, I started at Parks and Rec. Parks and Rec was on the third floor of City Hall. It was me, Brink, John, and Mike, and Deb, and that was it. And to see 34 years later how much we have grown, you guys do a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
Phenomenal with everything. And I thank Mr. Witt for always bringing this up in December. It's great for the community to see. And if I ever hear a parent say there's nothing for the kids, I will, choke them.
Yes.
So,
That's good. Good to know.
yes.
Mayor DeStefano?
No, I'm good. I'll just run.
Okay. Can I have a motion to adjourn? Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to adjourn. Thank you.